Thank you for joining us for a sneak peek into the development of our SurgSJT, the situational judgment test created just for surgeons. As you may know, SurgWatch provides advice to training programs and organizations on selection and assessment. Our goal is to provide our clients with the knowledge, structure, and assessment solutions needed to identify best fit candidates in a fair, equitable, and scientific manner. As a bit of background, our team has spent the last 6 years developing customized selection assessments so that individual training programs can efficiently and effectively capture information from applicants about key characteristics and attributes they desire and value. We perform a rigorous job analysis with faculty, trainees, and other relevant individuals from the program to help determine which competencies and attributes will be most valuable for screening during the application process. We then identify and develop the most evidence-backed methods for assessing these competencies and efficiently deploy them on our SelectWise assessment platform. We also help the program with the interviewing process by recommending specific interview questions and assessment forms and training interviewers on structured interviewing techniques through our InterviewWise training platform and introducing them to our InterviewWise ratings digital evaluation system. At the end of each cycle, we of course gather feedback on the process by following up on trainee performance, collecting efficiency data, administering applicant feedback surveys, and debriefing with the program. And we've had a lot of successes with this approach. Among other valued outcomes, we and our clients have been able to demonstrate increased efficiency, ability to predict key training outcomes that programs care about, such as remediation, performance, and attrition, and expand the diversity of the candidate pool considered. While doing this, we've also received a lot of input and feedback. Some programs have let us know that bringing us in for this customized process is a bit out of reach from a budget standpoint. Others have indicated they're not able to commit to the time investment that this process requires from their faculty. Maybe it's a new program, maybe they rely a lot on volunteer faculty, or perhaps there are just other organizational dynamics going on that prevents them from being able to rally their team to contribute to the process. And quite frankly, some others have just asked, can you give us a tool that has some data behind it, something easy to use that we can fit into our current systems? Based on that feedback, we started the journey to develop the SurgSJT. If you're not familiar, SJTs are situational judgment tests. They are hypothetical but realistic scenario-based assessments that provide candidates with an opportunity to rate the effectiveness of various responses so that you can measure their judgment and decision-making in the face of uncertainty. SJTs are widely used in industry settings and have a strong research backing for predicting on-the-job performance in a fair way. For these reasons, they've received increased attention among the medical education community. As a first step on our journey to develop the SurgSJT, we first collated all of the information in our database to identify which competencies are most highly valued across programs and consolidated our expansive SJT archive, which is about 1,000 items or so, accordingly. We then combined all of the subject matter experts who were involved in the development, review, and scoring of these items into one group, and further narrowed down items based on those that only demonstrated high levels of inter-rater agreement. Because we often create very customized SJTs to give applicants a realistic preview into each program, we then again reviewed that bundle of SJTs to ensure the content of each item was generalizable across programs and not too specific to any one program's unique culture or offerings. We then performed a rigorous analysis of applicant performance and response trends based on sex and race and ethnicity of applicants who had completed that item in the past to ensure no item would be disadvantaging any examinee. We then did another round of content review to ensure the final bundle of score items did indeed reflect the competency to which we assigned it, and perform an ACGME milestone crosswalk to identify the extent to which these items also reflect performance dimensions valued among relevant surgery specialties at the national level. And that's how we arrived at our final SJT. And just to give you a more tangible idea of some of the numbers associated with that process, over 504 surgeons were involved in the development and review of these items, reflecting content experts from over 12 surgical specialties, and an average of 38 surgeons were involved in the development, review, and scoring of each item that ended up on the final SurgSJT. We used data and responses from over 5,000 real applicants over the past 5 years to confirm statistical properties and no adverse impact. And this population is quite representative, representing applicants from over 92% of medical schools in the U.S. So what does the SJT measure? It assesses a number of personal characteristics and non-technical skills shown here, plus attention to detail and team orientation. From a test development standpoint, we're also proud to note that we were able to use multiple sources of validity evidence to inform and support the creation of our SurgSJT for these purposes, by including numerous subject matter experts, identifying prior examinee performance trends, ensuring adequate inter-rater reliability, confirming relationships to other relevant variables, and ensuring no unintended consequences for applicants from various demographic groups. So that's a behind-the-scenes preview into the development of our SurgSJT, and we're excited to launch beginning fall 2022. We hope you will consider how this tool can be implemented into your system to maximize the relevance, objectivity, and fairness of your screening and selection processes.